Welcome to the tavern. Let's make a drink. Today we're making a recipe from 1670 for a drink called a Limonado. Now the fun thing about this is I found this recipe completely by accident. I was researching something else and ran across this plus a couple other things. The two other recipes I ran across that were absolutely terrible that we're not going to be making are for a thing called cockwater and viper wine. And I assure you they are about as disgusting as the ingredients imply. But I found this recipe called the Limonado. It's from a book called The Queen-like Closet by Hannah Wooley. And it's like most 18th century and 17th century recipes, rather large. So the original ingredients are 1 quart of sack, half a pint of brandy, half a pint of fair water, the juice of 2 lemons, some of the peel, and then brew it all together with sugar and drink it. That's quite large. We don't need to make that much. So I've scaled it down to 1/16 of the size. We're going to make it a lot smaller. One thing before we go any further, we are going to be using sack. What exactly is sack? Well, it doesn't really exist anymore. Sack's just a broad general term for a fortified white wine. If you're looking for something to use as sack, there is one vineyard in Spain that still makes a product that they call dry sack. It's not like the only person who makes it anymore. That's just what they call that product. But if you are looking for something for sack, you can use a medium sherry that is meant for drinking, not for cooking. Or you could even use a white port or something like that. We're going to be using a medium sherry today for our sack. So the recipe's fairly easy. We are going to start first with our lemon peel. And this is a Limonado, so I would imagine that they want this to be slightly lemony in the flavor. So I'm going to grab 2 peels of the lemon. Since we're not using 2 whole lemons, I'm just going to use 2 peels to really kind of get that aroma, really get that flavor, and we'll get some sugar. Grab my cone and my nips, and then we'll get some sugar in here. I don't like my drinks overly sweet. I'll just put a little bit in there, enough kind of to really make it taste nice, but nothing too crazy. And then, they don't say to do this, but this really kind of gets the flavors really extracted, gets the lemon going. So you want to muddle these real quick just to kind of get them nice and flavorful and fragrant. I can already smell quite a good deal of that lemon. So it's smelling nice, looking better in just a second. So as I said, we've scaled this down quite significantly. So instead of having 2 quarts of sack, we're going to be using 4 ounces. You could have this more if you wanted to. I really don't suggest that, simply for the sake of measurements, and I'll get that in there for a second. So we're going to use 4 ounces of sack. Got a nice smell to it, kind of nice and buttery, honey, a little bit of lemon smell in there as well. Then we're going to be using 1 ounce of brandy. I'm not going to use brandy today. I want to make this a little bit more flavorful. So we're going to use some cognac, 1 ounce of cognac. And we're going to use 1 ounce of fair water, just water in there as well. And then the final ingredient is the juice of 2 lemons. I've done this before. If you do that by the math, that is 1/8 of a lemon. You're not going to get really much of anything from 1/8 of a lemon. You may get a squeeze. This is a Limonado. You're going to want to have more than just like a couple drops of juice. So actually use half a lemon because you're not going to get much from 1/8. So let's cut this in half. Half a lemon. And mix. All right, there we go. All right, we've got it all in there. Got our peel, our lemon, our sugar, our brandy. It's smelling real nice. We're gonna add that ice, get it all nice, chilled up, and just give it a bit of a stir. Grab our strainer and pour it into our glass. Oh, look at that. Perfect pour. Love it when you get a perfect pour like that. That's great. And then just for garnish, because we're feeling fancy, it's 2023, take a little bit of a lemon peel, express it, maybe get a lemon that's not starting to turn into a leather bit, but there we go. And we've got a lemon peel. You can definitely smell the lemon. You can smell the honey bit from the sack and everything like that. Nice and chilled. But here you go. Here's a cocktail from 1670. That's good. The Limonado. Enjoy.